morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. My name is Priyanka Ras, and welcome to today's segment of Quick Morning, where we delve into the latest news and updates from around the country and across the world to set the tone for your day. From tracking the latest developments in the Maharashtra elections to the tensions in Manipur. Stay tuned as Republic TV brings you the ground realities of these developments, but that's not all. We'll also be bringing you the latest updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic, as always with the Nation Fest this quick morning. Prime Minister Narendra Modi criticized the opposition-led Maha Vikas Aghadi during a rally at Dadar's Shivaji Park in Mumbai on Thursday. PM Modi accused the opposition of appeasement politics ahead of the Maharashtra Assembly elections on November 20th. PM Modi's speech is part of BJP's push to consolidate support ahead of the elections. The Prime Minister also addressed ongoing tensions between the BJP and Shiv Sena over claims of election manipulation, particularly back-checking during the voting process.
एक सोच महा आघाड़ी की भी है, जो महाराष्ट्र के गौरव को लगातार अपमानित कर रही है। महा आघाड़ी के लोग तुष्टीकरण के गुलाम हो चुके हैं।
Congress leader Ghulam Ahmad Mir on Thursday promised that LPG cylinders will be provided in Jharkhand at a subsidized rate of Rs 450 even for infiltrators, sparking a political row in the midst of the assembly elections in Jharkhand. Prime Minister Narendra Modi latched on to Mir's poll promise. The BJP dubbed as anti-national Mir's statement on LPG cylinders in the India bloc, of which the Congress is a key constituent, is voted to power in Jharkhand. The remarks come at a time when BJP leaders have accused the JMM-led coalition of patronizing infiltration in the state for vote bank politics.
कांग्रेस के एक नेता ने झारखंड में घोषणा की है कि वे सस्ते गैस सिलेंडर जो घुसपैठिए हैं उनको भी देंगे। ये वोट पाने के लिए देश के साथ, आपके बच्चों के उज्जवल भविष्य के साथ कैसा खेल खेल रहे हैं, इसका ये उदाहरण है।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will pay a 3-day visit to Laos next week to attend a meeting of a grouping comprising 10 nations, ASEAN and some of its dialogue partners that is expected to deliberate on the evolving regional security situation. Rajnath Singh is likely to present India's position on dealing with major security challenges facing the region at the ASEAN Defence Ministers meeting, plus ADMM Plus is a platform comprising 10 nation ASEAN and its 8 dialogue partners: India, China, Australia, Japan, New Zealand, Republic of Korea, Russia and the United States. The meeting is likely to deliberate on the situation in the Indo-Pacific as well as ways to combat the threat of terrorism. On the sidelines of the ADMM Plus meeting, Singh is likely to hold bilateral meetings with the defence ministers of a number of participating countries. Amid the ongoing assembly elections in Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Thursday said that the ruling parties in the state, including Congress, RJD and JMM, were looting and misleading people. He alleged that they were promoting leftists to turn Jharkhand into a den of Maoists.
ये कांग्रेस नेतृत्व की, चाहे वो झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा हो, चाहे आरजेडी हो, चाहे ये माले के लोग हो, ये सब के सब लूट खसोट करने के लिए आए हैं। झारखंड की धरती को यहाँ की बेटी, यहाँ की रोटी और यहाँ की माटी की सुरक्षा में सेंध लगाने के लिए ये लव जिहाद और लैंड जिहाद के माध्यम से बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठियों को और रोहिंग्या मुसलमानों को यहाँ घुसा करके यहाँ के अस्तित्व के साथ खिलवाड़ करना चाहते हैं।
3 FIRs over the death of 2 PMJAY beneficiaries due to unnecessary and botched angioplasty at a Ahmedabad hospital and arrested a doctor who performed the heart procedure. The city's Vastrapur police registered the case on Wednesday night, while the main accused and cardiologist Dr. Prashant Vazirani, who had carried out the angioplasty on the victims at the Khyati Multi-Speciality Hospital and was arrested on Thursday morning. 2 cases came on complaints by the kin of the deceased, while the third was registered after Chief District Medical Officer approached the cops on behalf of the state government. In a shocking incident in Nalanda district, Karutanti, the Mukhya of Ant Panchayat or Bed Block, IMD's senior JADU leader, was shot dead by unknown miscreants on Thursday evening. The incident took place in the native block of Bihar's Rural Development Minister Shravan Kumar, due to which an atmosphere of tension has prevailed in the area.
कि शाम को करीब 4 बजे जो है बेन थाना अंतर्गत जो छोटी 8 गांव में 8 पंचायत की मुखिया हैं कारूतांती, उनकी एक अज्ञात अपराध कर्मी जो कि पैदल ही उनके घर के समीप आया, वहीं पे उनके घर के समीप उनको गोली मारी और उसके बाद उसी रूट से जो है वो वहां से भाग निकला। इलाज के क्रम में कारूतांती जी की जो है वो मृत्यु हो गई है।
The centre has reinforced the Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Manipur's 6 police station areas, including the violence-hit Juribam. An area or district is notified as disturbed under AFSPA to facilitate the operations of the armed forces. In a notification, the Union Home Ministry said that the decision was taken given the continuous volatile situation there due to the ongoing ethnic violence. The police station areas where AFSPA has been reimposed are Sikmai, Lamsang, Lamlai, Juribam, Laimakong and Moirang. AICC President Mallikarjun Kharge on Thursday contested Union Home Minister Amit Shah's assertion that the Congress intends to reinstate Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir and pointed out the contentious provision was repealed by Parliament. He accused the BJP of keeping the Article 370 issue alive merely to create divisions in society. Addressing a press conference in Pune, Kharge accused Prime Minister Narendra Modi of abusing the Congress and its senior leaders Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi.
कांग्रेस हमेशा झूठ बोलती है। कांग्रेस 370 को पुनः लाना चाहती। कौन बोले भाई, कब बोले? ऐसी चीजें आप बोलते हो जो अब ऑलरेडी पार्लियामेंट में पास हुआ है, हो गया है, फिर उसको दोबारा क्यों छेड़ रहे हो? इसका मतलब यू वांट टू कीप इट अलाइव सच इश्यूज टू डिवाइड द पीपल।
Viewers, tracking the top business stories for the day, we bring you the latest updates on India's economic landscape. From the developments in the aviation sector to mega mergers, stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. As Air India and Vistara crossed an important milestone with the merger, Tata Sons chairman N. Chandrasekaran shared a LinkedIn post spelling the way forward for the merged entity. While assuring that customers will continue to experience Vistara's in-flight service, Chandrasekaran said that the Air India people will be safer. In the post, Chandrasekaran talked about the merger following the integration of Air Asia and Air India Express, bringing together 4 airlines to form a unified integrated airline group. From its site before privatization, Air India has expanded its fleet by more than 2.5 times, now operating 300 aircraft that transport nearly 200,000 passengers daily across 100 global destinations. The airline's network offers connectivity to over 800 destinations worldwide and now looks forward to consolidating its position as a top global airline. The wholesale price inflation in India surged to a 4-month high of 2.36% in October. The government data said on Thursday the food index, which consists of food articles, increased from 195.3 in September 2024 to 201.2 in October 2024. The rate of inflation based on the WPI food index increased from 9.47% in September 2024 to 11.59% in October 2024. The increase in WPI inflation could primarily attributed to the increase in prices of food articles, manufacturing costs, machinery and equipment cost rise, and manufacture of motor vehicles, trailers and semi-trailers as per the data. SpiceJet on November 14th announced that it has fully settled a $90.8 million, roughly equal to rupees 763 crore dispute with Export Development Canada for a total of $22.5 billion. In an exchange filing, the airline said that it has also acquired full ownership of 13 Q400 aircraft. The move comes as a step of reinforcement in the airline's financial stability. The resolution has also resulted in a substantial saving of $68.3 million as per the exchange filing. The acquisition of the jets will help reduce operational costs. It also brings long-term financial benefits, relieving SpiceJet from the obligation of monthly rental payments for these aircraft and further reinforcing the airline's financial stability. Reliance Industries Limited has officially completed a joint venture with the Walt Disney Company, creating a massive media conglomerate valued at 70,352 crore rupees. The merger, approved by the National Company Law Tribunal in Mumbai, the Competition Commission of India, and other regulatory bodies, brings together the media and geo-cinema businesses of Viacom 18 into a Star India Private Limited. As part of the joint venture, Reliance has invested 11,500 crore rupees to fuel its growth. The venture will be jointly controlled by Reliance, Viacom 18 and Disney, with Viacom 18 owning a mammoth stake in the joint entity. The combined entity, with a pro forma revenue of 26,000 crore rupees, will unite major media brands such as Star and Colors on television and JioCinema and Hotstar on the digital front. Boeing has reportedly started issuing layoff notices to 10% of the workforce, or 17,000 workers. US workers who will receive notices this week will stay on till January 2025, in line with the federal law of US, which requires providing workers at least 60 days notice. New CEO Kelly Ortberg is trying to revive production of its strongest selling 737 MAX after a long strike by more than 33,000 US workers in the West Coast. MAX is a crucial revenue-generating source for the company, which raised over $24 billion in late October 2024 to pad up its shaky finances and protect its rating as an investment company. The plane maker is heavily in debt, prompting the layoffs. Moving on to our international segment, where we're tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global headlines. Today, we delve into Trump's picks for his administration. Meanwhile, the European Union finds Meta again for ethical breaches. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. The Israeli military released footage on Thursday that shows Israeli forces operating in South Lebanon. The army said in a statement that the forces are operating in ticketed mountainous terrain in combat compounds pre-designated by Hezbollah for its attacks. Israel said that it is trying to push the terrorists away from the border and put an end to more than a year of Hezbollah fire into northern Israel. Philippines is embracing for the impact as Typhoon Usagi strengthens on its impact in Cagayan province. Packing powerful winds and gusts, the storm is all set to make landfall Thursday afternoon. As residents seek refuge at evacuation centers, emergency crews are working tirelessly to prepare supplies and shelter. And with another storm brewing in the Pacific, concerns are growing for the days ahead. Here's the latest from the ground in the Philippines. President-elect Donald Trump on Tuesday said Elon Musk and former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy will lead a new Department of Government Efficiency, which is not, despite the name, a government agency. The acronym DOGE is a nod to Musk's favorite cryptocurrency, Dogecoin. Trump said in a statement that Musk and Ramaswamy will work from the outside the government to offer the White House advice and guidance, and will partner with the Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government. It's not clear how the organization would operate. The department could possibly come under the span of the Federal Advisory Committee Act, which dictates how external groups advise the government's operations.
You show what matters by your actions, not your words. And my actions are, I'm here, I'm in Pennsylvania, and I'm here for a very important reason, which is, I can't emphasize enough that Pennsylvania is, I think, the linchpin in this election. And this election, I think, is going to decide the fate of America, and along with the fate of America, the fate of Western civilization.
President Joe Biden will hold talks with China's Xi Jinping on the sidelines of an international summit in Peru. A face-to-face meeting that comes as Beijing braces for Donald Trump's return to the White House. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said the meeting will take place while the two leaders are in Lima for the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. The White House has been working for months to arrange a final meeting between Xi and Biden before the Democrat leaves office in January. The meeting comes just over 2 months before Trump's inauguration, who has promised to put tariffs as high as 60% on Chinese imports. US-China relations have had deep simmering tensions from a couple of years over a multitude of issues ranging from China's support to Russia, human rights, technology and Taiwan.
While in Lima, President Biden will also meet with President Xi Jinping of the People's Republic of China. This will be the third in-person meeting between the two leaders since President Biden came into office, and their final meeting as presidents.
Widespread outrage has been sparked after Iraq declared amendments in a controversial law that could lower the legal marriage age from 18 to 9, potentially allowing men to marry young children. Passing of the Sharia has sparked widespread international condemnation. The Shia Muslim parties that largely dominate Iraq's parliament by a coalition of conservatives are preparing to vote on changes to the Progressive Personal Status Law 188. The amendment aims to revoke women's rights to divorce, inheritance and child custody, aligning with a strict interpretation of the Islamic law that protects young girls from immoral relationships. European Union regulators hit Facebook parent Meta with a fine of nearly €800 million on Thursday for what they call abusive practices involving its marketplace online classified ads business. The European Commission's executive branch and top antitrust enforcer issued the penalty after its long-running investigation found that the company abused its dominant position and engaged in anti-competitive behavior. The Commission had accused Meta of distorting competition by tying its online classified ad business to its social network, automatically exposing Facebook users to marketplace whether they want it or not, and shutting out competitors unethically. United Nations peacekeeping chief Jean-Pierre Lacroix told reporters that the UN remains committed to keeping its peacekeeping force, known as UNIFIL, in place in all of its positions in southern Lebanon. Despite the ongoing battles between Israeli forces and Hezbollah militants, UNIFIL has continued to monitor the escalating conflict between Israel and the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah across the boundary known as the Blue Line, despite Israeli calls for peacekeepers to pull back 5 kilometers from the border. The UNIFIL has also levied allegations of physical sabotage against Israel to its activist functionaries in the region.
The peacekeepers continue to be deployed in all the positions. We think it is very important to preserve that presence everywhere. Why? Because UNIFIL has a mandate from the UN Security Council, and therefore we feel that we are duty bound to this mandate. We have to do everything possible so that UNIFIL continues to be in a position to act today and also tomorrow.
Sri Lankans are voting in a parliamentary election that is key for the country's new Marxist-leaning president to consolidate his party's power and follow through on promises of economic recovery. President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, who won the presidential election on September 21st in a victory that marked a rejection of the traditional political parties which have governed the island nation since its independence from the British rule in 1948. However, Dissanayak's failure to secure more than 50% of the vote has fueled concerns over his party's outlook in Thursday's election.
Where there is no corruption and the people who are supposed to do their work do the work they are supposed to do, and everyone is friendly with every other religion's person or racial.
All right, viewers, it's time to dive into the world of our sports with our segment dedicated to the all action-packed highlights and exciting matchups. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the world of cricket. Stay tuned as we unravel the story from the French Cup final and Novak Djokovic's quest for redemption at the French Open. Keep listening to all of us right here on our sports segment. Even though the ICC is yet to announce the final schedule of the Champions Trophy, it flew the trophy to Pakistan for a tour of the country beginning November 16th. Middle order batter Sarfaraz Khan was struck on the elbow while batting in the nets during India's practice session at the Waka, but there was no need for an MRI. Former India cricket coach Ravi Shastri believes Virat Kohli has the potential to turn around his poor performance and prosper during the upcoming 5-test Border Gavaskar series in Australia. Kohli has been going through a rough run across all formats over the last few months. The 36-year-old star batter has scored just one half-century and averaged only 21.33 across 5-test matches against Bangladesh and New Zealand since the start of the year. Young striker Deepika slammed 5 goals as defending champions India thrashed Minnows Thailand 13-0 to virtually assure a semi-final berth at the Women's Asian Champions Trophy hockey tournament. Pakistan cricket team suffered a heavy 29-run defeat in the opening T20 international game against Australia in Brisbane. Rain shortened the game to a 7 over each side, where Australia posted a big total of 93 for 4 while batting first, and then bowlers did a great job to restrict Pakistan to a total of 64 for 49. Babar Azam created history without facing a single ball during Pakistan's opening T20 international game against Australia in Brisbane. The 30-year-old star set a new record for the most T20 international appearances for Pakistan with his 124th match. Babar also shattered another major record for Pakistan in the shortest form of the game. He clinched 2 easy catches to dismiss Australian openers Jake Fraser McGurk and Matthew Short and took his T20 international catches tally to 52. Usman Khawaja revealed the challenges of facing deliveries of Jasprit Bumrah. The Australian opener said that facing the Indian pacer is difficult because of his unorthodox bowling style. He also opened up about distinct Bumrah's bowling is among the world's active pacer bowlers. The Khawaja acknowledged Bumrah's greatness and acknowledged him as a classy bowler. Tilak Varma opened up upon his camaraderie with Hardik Pandya, emphasizing the bond they share and the admiration he has for him. He added that Hardik proved his worth at the T20 World Cup after Team India won. Tilak also said Pandya guides him very well. Steve Smith opened up about his absence from the IPL and was a part of the broadcast team. The Australia batter said that he still has what it takes to play and would love to compete given he receives a chance from one of the 10 franchisees in the upcoming auction. Tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today, we bring you highlights from the carpet of Cairo Film Festival to the world of Latin Grammys. This and more as we unravel all the latest updates from the entertainment industry this morning. Stars and filmmakers gathered at the Cairo Opera House for the opening ceremony of the 45th Cairo International Film Festival Wednesday, with the Israel-Hamas war at the forefront of many attendees' minds. Several walked the carpet wearing a pin of the Palestinian flag, including the festival's president, actor Hossein Fahmy. He highlighted the Palestinian filmmakers who were among the 190 film screenings at this year's event, which opens with the world premiere of Rashid Masharawi's Passing Dreams. American filmmaker Todd Haynes will be president of the jury at the Berlin Film Festival in 2025. Haynes previously picked up an award at the Berlinale for his 1991 horror movie Poison. The writer, director and producer was Oscar nominated for his Far From Heaven screenplay in 2003 for the melodrama that stars Julianne Moore. Recently, he reunited with Moore for May to December, which also starred Natalie Portman and Charles Melton. Carlos Vives was honored on the eve of the Latin Grammys in Miami as the 2024 Latin Recording Academy's Person of the Year. Vives is a two-time Grammy Award-winning artist and has won 11 Latin Grammys throughout his career.
Carlos Vives has done a lot of very... ¿Cuál es la palabra que estoy buscando? Intentional things about like giving messages about intentional stuff, but the biggest political and historical footprint that he's printed into our history as Colombians.
As Ridley Scott's Sword and Sandals epic Gladiator 2 lands in cinemas, fans of ancient Rome are being given the chance to experience real-life gladiatorial combat at the Colosseum in Italian capital. Guests will be taken to the Hypogeum, the underground chambers, to don their armor and prepare for battle. They will walk through torchlit labyrinthine passageways of the Colosseum, where countless warriors walked before, then train in the art of gladiator combat and face off against fellow warriors. And that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Morning. Don't go anywhere, viewers, as we'll be right back tracking the global headlines and biggest stories from across the world. Stay tuned to Republic TV.